Alright, we're here. Come on, driver, let's go, before anyone shows up. We can't, James. We've got a return train to arrange. Oh no, we're too late.
Oh, well hello there, rusty red scrap iron. All the diesels have been talking about you.
I know.
We'll be taking over your line any day now. You just wait.
They aren't all bad. Edward says they aren't all bad.
Edward? Who's Edward?
A friend.
Well, let me tell you something, Teapot. We're gonna replace your Edward. He'll be scrapped real soon.
No, he won't. The Fat Controller would never.
It's not about your fat controller, it's about us diesels. We take over. We always do.
Keep your cool, James.
And who's that big green engine who comes rattling over here once in a while? We'll get him too.
Keep your cool.
And that big blue waste of metal who's always blowing steam around our station. All of your friends. We're gonna send them all to the...
That's it! I'm sick of you diesels! I've been on the midnight goods for a month, and every single night one of you diesels comes over here and threatens my friends. I'm sick of it! I'm sick of all of it!
Watch what you...
Get back! I gave you a chance. I gave you all a chance. Edward says you're not all bad, but you just threatened to scrap him. I've never met a good one of you anyway. Get out of here, you dirty diesel! Get out! Get out, you scum of the railway! Dirty diesel!
Hello, Kettle. Where will we find the resting facilities?
What did you just call me?
What you are, mongrel. 199! Well, he is 7101. Just look at him.
I've been working hard all day. Where's your grime? You're spotless.
I do clean work.
Just another way of saying new work. You better not be for us.
Oh, we are. You'll see. Your railway will run 3 times faster. I guarantee it.
Well, then you'll be flying off at the pins. We run just fine. No need to change a thing.
You'll see.
You, Blue Engine. Is that all you can pull?
Don't you know a terminated train when you see it, you twit?
Excuses. You're just covering up for your weak steam-powered pistons. Say that again, Diesel. I really don't have the energy.
Oh, arrogant and not fuel efficient.
You know what I meant. That's my cue, teapots. Watch this.
I do that 4 times a day without thinking, Diesel. And with 12 coaches, too.
These dirty steamers. They're much less obedient than those on our railway, 7101. Well, why should they be obedient? You are such a disappointment. Here I am trying to help our kind progress, just like every other engine on our railway, and you want to hinder me. Something's not bolted on right, 7101, because back home, everyone knows how to treat steam engines. Or maybe they don't. They could be wrong. You could be wrong. Impossible. We're perfect, 7101. If you can't realize that, then maybe I had better leave you here with the ancients. Excuse me, I'm only passing through. Oh, sorry. I meant no offense. It's only my engine. It does purr a bit after a strenuous journey. Purr? No, you're no cat. You're a bear by the sound of it. Really? Certainly. No one's ever commented on it before. Well, you've been surrounded by like-sounding engines. We're just a bit quieter here. Oh, well, sorry again. That's all right. You can't help it. You have to embrace your faults, or they'll consume you. Trust me, I know. I see. Good advice. Quite. Well, I'm off again. So long. Bear, so long.
I have to tell you, Gordon, your railway is the only real railway I've seen in years.
They don't accommodate steam engines anywhere nowadays. You can't call yourself a real railway if you don't run real engines.
Quite right.
Oh, great. Here come the show-offs. As I was saying, the railway industry has changed. It has given itself a whole new sort of track. I see you have some decent diesels here, Gordon. You, Boko, are remarkable, and that works diesel did everything in his power to make sure I was comfortable when I arrived. Even that Daisy... It's time, 7101, that we took this railway over.
Shush, 199! It's their railway after all.
Not for long. Our controller says steam engines spoil our image. Of course we do. We show what frauds you are. Call yourselves engines. If anything happens, you care nothing for your train. You just moan for a fitter. We bring it home, if only on one cylinder. Nothing ever happens to us. We are reliable.
You think you
how
can say
dare
that
you
speaking big
dignity.
talk there, aren't you, laddie?
How rude. You asked for it. Now shut up. It's just as I've always said. That's what diesel engines will do. Barge onto a railway and take it over. Those two want nothing but to send us all to the sidings. Well, old Reliable is very hostile, but I wouldn't say they both are. What do you mean? That diesel 7101 came with him. He's just as dangerous. Well, I've spoken with him. He actually seems very kind. He's a dirty diesel. None of them are kind. Well, Bear is.
Oh, he's calling him Bear. He's got a number, like any other diesel.
Gordon's right. You wouldn't have believed the things he said to me when he arrived. Are you sure it wasn't just D199 who said those things? They're all the same, Henry. What one does, the other mimics. If you call some of them good and let some of them off, they'll all spread like rats.
Quite right.
You got a point
Nothing
there,
to
lad. Would you all just listen to me? What we've always thought about diesels, it's not true. I know. I've talked to Bear. He's a good diesel. It's bad enough we gave poor Boko such a hard time.
Well, Boko is different. He did, after all, save my life.
He didn't save your life. Bill and Ben were joking.
Please, you weren't there, James. They were little menaces. The waves were cold and vigorous that day. They spoke in hisses so grim the devil himself would have felt the chill in his own demonic skeleton.
I don't care how much you think that diesel did for you. This one is no good.
Well, I certainly don't approve of his kind taking mainline trains.
Nor do I. You wait and see, Henry. You let your little teddy bear in, and he'll steal your passengers. You won't be mixed traffic anymore. It'll be all goods from then on out. You have no way of knowing that. Don't I? Just look on the other railway, Henry. Diesels have taken over. They're pulling all the trains. And the steam engines, the real engines, where have they gone? They've been hoarded into sidings and cut to bits, all because of those vicious diesels. I don't know about you, but I want us to stay on the rails and intact. I don't want Bear here, and I don't want Boko here either, and that Daisy, and the Works diesel. They're no good either. You never had a problem with them before. Well, I was wrong before. They're menaces, just like the rest of those dirty diesels. Thomas, Percy, and Toby are in big trouble, Henry, and so are we, if we don't send these dirty mainline diesels away. It's them or us. But the Fat Controller would never... It's not about the Fat Controller, Henry. It's the diesels. They take over. They always do. The sooner your Bear is gone, the better. James, listen. I know it seems like they're dangerous, but they're not. Sure, lots of diesels are rude and nasty, but not all of them. It's time we all saw that. After all, we're all engines. Does it really matter the source of traction? Why can't we just learn to get along? Ha, tree hugger. Gordon, you trust Boko. You must see some merit to what I've said about Bear. Please.
Well, James has a point, Henry. If he steals my express...
Gordon, Sir Topham Hatt would never allow it. You're his express engine.
I think, if we are to be fair, we must give Bear time to prove himself.
What?
He's only on trial. If he acts up, Sir Topham Hatt will send him away.
You'll all be sorry. Just wait. We'll be drowning in exhaust soon enough. You'll wish you listened then. Good morning. You're, James, is that it?
Gordon.
Oh, yes, Gordon, that's it. It suits you.
It does. You're shunting for someone?
Oh, no, these coaches are for me. I'm pulling the limited.
And who, might I ask, was first given this train?
Well, me.
I was under the impression you'd be shunting and hauling goods.
Well, that mostly, but I am excited to pull passengers. They're quite a joy. You feel much prouder with them than with the trucks.
Why, yes. Yes, I quite agree. Good luck, Bear.
Oh, thank you. You too. You're going to Kildane with this one. Sure you got enough tenders for the journey? Oh, shut up, Jim.
I was expecting him to make a wisecrack about my run-in with James's goods train. That happened at Kildane.
Your accident was ages ago, Henry. It's old news. Besides, Jim made that joke last week.
Driver, something doesn't feel right.
Henry, you're right. Your regulator's jammed wide open.
At last. Next stop, Tidmouth. I'm a failed engine. Lost my regulator. Driver says it's jammed wide open and he can't mend it until I'm cool. However, I've got steam and driver can use my reverser. But it would happen after Duck fooled me with those tenders. Now they'll laugh at me again. Worse and worse. Now old Reliable will laugh at me too.
For pity's sake, take this spam can away. It's failed. The limited is behind, and all he does is wail for his fitter. Spam can? Stow it, or I'll take my tin opener to you. Now then.
Look, Spam Can, there's your little pal.
Well, did you hear what the signalman said?
I thought they'd be laughing at me. Now the joke's on them.
Oi! 7101 has bit the dust! Give us a hand! Moving 2 dead diesels in their trains? That's no joke for a failed engine. Do you think you can do it?
I'll give it a good try. Anyway, 7101's better than old Spam Can. He did try and shut him up last night.
Come on then, we mustn't keep the passengers waiting.
Get moving, you!
It's better than we thought, Henry. The diesel can pull if we keep the brakes off. So the only weight we'll have is Spam Can's goods.
Whoosh! That's a mercy.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I want my money back!
Now, everyone, without the quick thinking and determination you've seen today, you'd be much later. Henry here pulled Diesel 199 and his entire train, and kept the brakes on your train off. All with a broken regulator. Thanks to his hard work, you were only a few minutes late.
You are an enterprising engine.
Yes, enterprising indeed.
A credit to this railway.
Now, if you don't mind, the Flying Scotsman will be taking over your train. Oh, all right, everyone. We wouldn't want you to be even later, would we? Return 199 to the other railway. I will write my views later.
I'm sorry about last night.
That's all right. You did shut old Reliable up.
And made a fool of myself today, too.
Rubbish. A failed ejector might happen to anyone. I'd lost my regulator.
You? Failed? And yet...
Well, emergency, you know. Trains must get through. Henry tells me you're a good diesel. Very cooperative.
Does he, sir?
He does indeed. I've sent 199 away already. I hope you won't miss him.
Not at all, sir. We've always had very different opinions.
Good, because I've considered it, and I would like you to stay on my railway.
What? Sir, I don't know what to say. I mean, I broke down on the second day of my trial.
I admit I had the same thought, but Henry made an excellent point. Has he told you his story?
He hasn't, sir.
Well, Henry was a very poor steamer when he first arrived. He spent years struggling from the flaws in his design. It wasn't until 20 years after he arrived that those flaws were fixed. But all that time, my father, the first director of the railway, never gave up on him. He saw potential. And why? Because Henry is a hard worker. He always has been. No matter how ill he felt, Henry always dragged himself to the platform. You are a hard worker too.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Now, what colour would you like to be? We've got quite a few here.
What's your cheapest, sir?
Don't bother with that now. I want you to have a fresh start. Anything you like.
Well, I always liked the livery some of my brothers had on the other railway. British Rail green with yellow warning panels.
And white window frames. Yes, I'm familiar. I'll make the arrangements at once, 7101. You know, Henry called you something else. I think it was Bear. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I see. Do you like it?
Oh, yes, sir. It's nicer than just a number. Having a name means that you really belong.
Certainly. Well, I'll see you at work again soon, Bear. I have confidence that you'll be a superb addition to my railway.
Thank you, sir. I will be.
Oh my, seems there's a bear on the loose. And a splendid green one, too.